Okay, so I was, if you watched the other video, y'all probably saw that. I was talking into the camera, thinking I was recording, but I wasn't. So this is take number two. I didn't do much this week, or this is the weekly update for the anime dream. I didn't do much this week. I was pretty stressed out about my stock account, but let's just go through what I did. I did, yeah. If you, I do make videos about my stock account, and so if y'all see that, y'all already know. But yeah, I didn't do much this week. As you see, I do have the beats, right? But in terms of sound, I just have the script and dialogue. And so what I wanted is usually there's some background noise or something, or even music, you know. Oh, you know, I just thought that, or just I'll say it after I do this. So what I wanted to do was I made another app that takes in the beats that we see here and attaches a soundscape and to it, and so it describes things, sound for it. And now I have a soundscape and a script and dialogue. And the idea I just thought is like I realized it doesn't do music, and usually sometimes there's some background music. And so what I think I'll do is prompt it and have it suggest background music if it thinks it's better. But we'll see how that goes. And so I have this now. And so what I did was use 11 Labs to play with these lines. And so I use 11 Labs. And it's pretty neat. It's very user friendly. But the only thing is that you're only given a certain amount of credits. So for example, this is 129 characters, and this cost 129 credits. And I was given 10,000. I don't know if that's monthly or just a one-time thing. But I was just playing with it. There are local or open source sound generating AI, but I haven't played with it. 11 Labs was the popular one, and some of the voices are very familiar because I think a lot of people on YouTube use it. So that first beat was about the market, the Guardian market, positively thronged with people. And so I did this, and so I do need to mute my mic so it only plays out the desktop.
The garden market positively thronged with people, clustered around the wagons just in from the countryside. What a fuss over strawberries. You'd think they were made of solid ruby.
So we see that's pretty good, and it might just be me, but this voice is familiar. Like it's, I think a lot of YouTubers or that make AI videos use that voice. And so that's pretty good, but some of it is not good. So you'll see on the next line, it's perhaps to some they were. To be honest, I don't think Kellen is actually thinking this in the book, but the AI took it that way. And so muting.
Perhaps to some they were. Perhaps to some they were.
So you see, it's not that great. So there's two models. This is the V2 model. They say that's the good one, or the most stable. Like you can, there's a lot of dials. But the thing with that is you can't actually adjust the emotion. And so if you use V3, you can actually adjust the emotion here. So you can say shouts, angry, things like that. But then there's not as much dials, and we saw that the person sounds completely different. So I'll play it.
Perhaps to some they were. Perhaps to some they were. Perhaps to some they were.
Right, so it's not that great. I do think it'll get better, but right now I just need to play with it. It is the first step barrier is usually the biggest, and so let's just go over a few more examples of this scene where the Ardsman shoves and Callan thinks, and so I did generate those two.
Out of the way, young layabout! Out of the way, young layabout!
Damn the idiot that has to make a display of himself here. He picked a fine time to come parading through, whoever he is. Damn the idiot that has to make a display of himself here. He picked a fine time to come parading through, whoever he is.
So it's all right, but you know I do think things will keep getting better. The open source one that I'm eyeing, I forget the name. It allows you to do more, and since it's open source, you're running it locally, and you aren't limited by credits. So right, so I'm generating the voices, or played with it a little bit, and what I want to do now is I'll probably make another tab where I have something. It might be even might be even this tab. First, I still need to generate sprites and text boxes. I haven't done that yet. But once I do that, I want to make another tab where I have something like this, and to each of these things I can upload. To each line I can upload the audio, the text box, and the sprite or the portrait of the character to that line. And then from there, once I have it in this nice UI where I can just upload things and it's nice and set, I can hopefully try to prompt or make an app that takes that and makes Python code to do the video editing. It has the picture, it has the sound, and it can just do that, hopefully. So that's the idea. And pretty much that's the update. Not much happened this week. Honestly, the week before I was spending a good at least one hour before I went to the gym, and then 1 hour after I went to the gym. So it was about 2 hours a day. This week I only did it once because once I got like my account on the stock market, I was pretty stressed out about it, and I was just looking at it and thinking about it a lot. Hopefully that it plays out okay, the stock market, but this it's making progress. One thing I do want to mention, during that last week, Seedance released, and that seems very good. And that ties into one other idea is that I do enjoy learning this. It's fun, but eventually I want to produce content, and so me learning this becomes obsolete if the AI advances fast, or the AI advances at such a speed to where I'm able to just think about what I want, type it, a vague description, and it can output the whole thing. With pictures, it can kind of do that. Videos, it's very bad. Like, it's not there yet. Or at least the Gemini ones. But if AI advances so fast to where it can produce that, like text, if it's text based, AI can do it, no problems. Coding, I don't know enough coding. It does seem like these apps are coded. I mean, this is like gibberish to me, but it works. It seems like it's working. So, right. So if AI progresses so fast to where me doing all this is unnecessary, then it is what it is. I'm having fun with it, but I'll be curious to. I'm not formulating my thoughts that clearly, but what I'm imagining is, I realize the camera doesn't show my hands on that one. There's AI going, and then there's me going. If this AI is faster than the rate on which I'm learning at, then my efforts isn't as useful. But yeah, I'll just leave it at that. Otherwise, I'm rambling. But yeah, so hopefully, I think what I'll do, or try to force myself to do, but it's not force, but I'd like to have maybe background music, a description of background music, have the lines and sound, make the part of the app where I can put in or just upload into the specific spots, and then see what that the Python script would look like if I asked it to make a Python script that edits videos using MoviePy. Almost there, but yeah. So that's the update for the week.